Hi guys, welcome back on Cloud Saviors. So let's start today's video and let's just cover is the 500. So as we all know, it's all about Microsoft Azure security, or I would say the platform security covers IaaS, PaaS and SaaS services. Okay, so if you are thinking to go for this certification, so you must be curious like what will be the curriculum, syllabus, and everything. So that is like nothing new. If you search this link, you can also find out this page where I am right now. It's all provided by Microsoft, right? So we are just going to cover whatever written down here. I mean the curriculum and the services that you have to cover if you are thinking to go for as your security engineer or AZ 500, this one. Okay, so first of all, for this certification it's good if you have AZ 900. Second is AZ 104. Okay, that is not a kind of prerequisite, but it's good if you have AZ 900. That is the beginner level certification. Or second requirement is AZ 104. That is the Azure Administrator examination. So it's like if you have these two certification, then it's clear that you have the basic knowledge and the admin level of MS Azure portal. Okay, so let's just go with the AZ 500 curriculum. So first of all, like we have this how to earn the certification renewal. Let's skip this part. You can just go through this if you want to know these things. You can just take it down. I'm just skipping this just to save the time for our video and for the more meaningful topics. So let's just directly go to the here. Okay. So these are the skills that you should know before going for the certification. That is the managed identity and access. It's going to be a 25 to 30%. Secure networking like 25%. Secure compute, sorry, storage and databases like 25%. Managed security operations 25 to 30%. So let's just discuss the first one, that is this one. Okay, so managed identity and access, it's going to be a 30%. So what kind of topics we are going to cover in this particular topic, in this particular I would say section. So, Entra identities, like, let me just tell you one thing. If you're going for Azure like 500, AZ 500, just keep in mind that you should know each and everything about Azure Active Directory. See, as you can see, these all are the part of Azure Active Directory. You should know the users, groups, MFA, conditional access, I mean TIM, each and everything, but make sure you know the security of these topics. Okay, as you can see, Entra users, secure Microsoft Entra groups, I mean the user and groups, you should know. Recommend when to use external identities. This is very easy. Secure external identities. Implement Microsoft Entra ID protection. So now we can say you should know each and everything about Entra identities. And let me repeat myself. The theory knowledge will not be enough. You have to implement at least like some topics from these Entra identities and everything. Okay. So practical knowledge must be there if you want to pass out the certification. Now we have Entra authentication, like again MFA, Microsoft Entra verified ID, implement passwordless authentication, implement password protection, SSO, and identity providers, modern authentication methods. Okay, so it will cover everything: SSO, conditional access policies, I mean everything. So just one thing, if you are going for security certification, then as first Azure AD, second your Azure Security Center, third is your Azure Sentinel. So we'll talk about the platform security, that is the Azure Security Center. But now let's just focus on the Azure AD part. Okay. So Manage Microsoft authorization. That is cool. So configure and permission management group, subscription resource group. I think that is the easiest part. Okay, assign Microsoft intra built-in roles. Again, this is also easy. Assign as your built-in role. That is again very easy. Like we all know what kind of roles we have on Microsoft Azure portal. So you have to assign it on a user level, group level, subscription, RG, or resource level. You should know the difference between these things. Create assign roles, including Azure roles and Microsoft intra roles. So just focus here. We're talking about Azure roles and Microsoft intra roles. Both are different things. Okay. So you should know these things as well. Microsoft Intra Permission Management, PIM. That is the, I would say most important things. You should know each and everything about Azure PIM, how it is working, how to configure it. I mean, everything. You have to perform a lot of practical on PIM. Okay, mark it as the most important point in this certification. Okay, configure role management and access reviews in Microsoft Entra. Again, this is the easiest part. Implement conditional access policies. Conditional access, we all know what the meaning of conditional access policies. Okay, if you are unaware about any of these topics, I would request you to first go through SE 900, then SE 104, then come up with this SE 500 examination. Okay, because I'm not going to explain each and everything here. What is the meaning of the purpose of this video is just to discuss the topics. Okay, so if any topic like you are unaware and you don't know how it is working, then please do not schedule your certification right now. First, get familiar with the topics, then again come back here and then schedule your certification. Okay. So moving forward, we have manage Microsoft Entra application access, app registration, permission scopes. Like these are kind of, I would say, medium kind of difficulty. So service principle, how to configure it, like the days and everything. Manage identities for Azure resources, enter application, kind of a medium difficulty level you have to face here in this particular section. Then we have the second domain or second section, that is the secure networking. Now we will talk about the networking part, and or we can say the security of Azure networking. It will cover like 25%. So you have to focus here. Plan and implement security of virtual network. I mean, that is the easiest part. Again, if you have been working on Azure from last 3 to 4 years, we all know NSG, ASG, UDR, VPN gateway, virtual hub, virtual WAN, site-to-site VPN, point-to-site VPN, express route. I mean, nothing to worry about these things. Energy flow logs, right? So the easiest part of this, I would say, certification, this one, okay? Because if we have done AZ104, then we all know what is the meaning of this particular topics, okay? Now, private access to Azure resources, again, creating a private endpoint for the resources, private link services, that is going to be easy. Azure secure SQL managed instance, right? So it's not about how to work on SQL MI instance. No, you just need to know the points where we are configuring the security. I mean, the security of MI instance. If I ask you what is the security of MI instance, then you should know that yes, it is the security. These are the pointers we have in our instance that provides the security. Okay. App service environment, app service as your functions. Okay. Network integration. I mean, the security part of all the platform as a services of Microsoft Azure platform. Okay. Plan and implement security for public access to Azure resources. Again, these are the very basics one: Azure front door, content delivery network, Syrian, WF, DDoS protection, firewall, and I would say TLS. I mean, that is something very easy that you should know. I mean, you should know these things before going for at least SE104, even SE900 as well. Okay, these all the topics like we already covered in 900 as well. Okay, so that's not going to be an issue here. Moving forward, now we have secure compute, storage, and databases. Okay, So now we have just-in-time virtual machine. I think we all know we use this virtual machine just to give the access on some particular time from some particular IP ranges. I mean, we can filter out who can connect with the with my virtual machine. Okay, we call it just-in-time virtual machine access. Okay, AKS we all know Kubernetes and secure and monitoring AKS clusters. How to configure this ACI, ACA, ACR, right? So encryption, decryption, everything you should know in terms of security. Plan and implement security of storage accounts. We all know configure access control for storage account, manage life cycle of storage account access keys, okay? And make sure you perform the practical as well as your file, blob storage, table, and queues. These four are the different kind type of storage that Azure provide, as we all know, because these topics we already covered in SE 900 examination. Okay, that should be an easy topic for all of us. Then we have BYOK. That is something not to worry about. Very, I mean, easy topic to cover, and not as much important, right? Then we have plan and implement security for Azure SQL database and Azure SQL managed instance. So just focus on this particular resource because that is something you will see a lot of questions in this from this particular resources. So enable Microsoft Enter database authentication, enable database auditing. I mean, if you have worked on any of database that is running on MS Azure, so definitely you can just you should you will know how to work on this security and everything. That's not going to be an issue. And implement transported encryption, decryption, right? Like all about SQL managed instance. You should more focus here on this resource. Okay. You can ignore this one because I know in the examination the most of the questions will come under MI instance, not SQL database. Okay. Okay, I guess the last module we have is manage security operations, plan, implement, and manage governance for security. As your policy, the most important one, using as your blueprints, as your landing zones, as your keywords. Okay, if I talk about security, then keyword by default will be there. Okay, HSM, rule-based access control, RBAC, managing certificates, secrets, and keys. You should know the exact difference between certificates, secrets, and keys here, key rotation, how it works, and security posture by using Microsoft Defender for cloud. Okay, how Defender works. That is again Defender, Security Center, Sentinel. These all are the part of SE 500. So by default, whether they are covering here or not, you should know these things as well. Okay, Defender for cloud, you should know what is that? Configure and manage threat protection by using Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Again, the same thing. Then we have monitoring and automation solution. As your monitor must, I mean, the must resource that you have to cover. Microsoft Sentinel, you should know these things. So Sentinel and Security Center. Do not forget to cover these two topics. Okay. So there, that's all about AZ 500. I mean, the very high level discussion that we had study resource. You can just use this link if you want to cover any kind of topic. We have the list here, and these all the things provided by Microsoft only. Okay, so that's all about AZ 500. And still, if you have any questions, please put your comments in the comment section and connect with me over the LinkedIn. You can just mention, just message me in on LinkedIn as well. Just message me with your queries, and if you have any questions regarding this as your certification and everything. So yeah, guys, that's it for now. See you in the next video. Bye bye, take care.